We're ready. I don't know if we're ready, but...
Está bien chicoso. Zapatillo. ¿Qué? ¿Por qué no me agregan ahí como integrante? A ver si le sube el rating.
Abuelita. Abuelita. Ya tenemos muchos. Mija.
Salimos con las chistadas y sube el rating.
It'd be your own people.
A ver, ven a ver qué chistosa vas a decir. A ver, ven qué chistosa vas a decir, pues.
Para que se nos suba el rating.
Se me tiró el chile aquí en la chicha.
Ya con eso. Aquí por ventana.
Acá, mira.
Aquí. Es más, te cedo mi lugar. Te cedo acá. Aquí. Y chicos, ya se saben la última de Cristian Nodal y Ángel Aguilar.
Que cuente, que cuente.
¿Qué tal, ¿Cómo están nuestros aficionados? ¿Cómo están? Cuéntenme. Ay, no, ya nos vas a quitar. El que dice que le voy a quitar los poquitos seguidores que tiene. Poquitos no.
Y nos lleva y a mí a Lupe también.
Híjole. ¿Qué pues? Cuéntenme. ¿Qué hacer de su vida?
Pues no quiero ser una graciosada.
Ya estar aquí es graciosada. Te vamos a borrar. ¿Qué?
A ver, ¿qué nos cuenta de Judith?
No estás funcionando.
¿Cómo fue Judith de chiquita?
Híjole. Como estaba ahorita comiendo. Ya me voy. Adiós, youtubers. Bye, see you. Ay,
¿Vas a quitar su rating?
no.
¿Va a subir? Ve cuántas ahorita ya están dándole like.
Ni que fueron live.
We should probably go live.
¿No están vivo?
No, man.
Pero así como de 10 seguidores en un segundo.
Dude.
Ay, Judy.
¿Qué tienes que decir de tu mamá?
I
Así
love how they have
Oscar.
the same name.
Así como está comiendo. Así se la ha pasado toda la vida. Bueno,
Bueno, okay, so
back to
our
business.
channel. Denise has a story time for us that
Story time.
happened. in her-
About a month ago? Oh no, over a month ago now.
No, pues we've come to the realization we haven't seen each other in like 3 months.
So,
Tell us.
once upon a time, not long
Long ago, I was a
hoe.
I don't know that.
and I'm admitting it. Don't.
Yo no me sé past that.
No.
No, I don't. Alright guys, so let me tell you guys what had happened, okay? Se los voy a contar con lujo de detalle y follow along, okay? So, on May 7th, on one night.
No, it was May 7th. Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
let me tell. It's gonna all lead up to everything. Catching you guys up, okay? So, okay, whatever. It's May 6th. I'm super excited because the next day my mom's birthday is May 7th, and I was gonna go to the Aventura concert with the girls May 7th. So I was like, tomorrow's gonna be a good day.
She's
it's
gonna
about
see
to
Romeo.
give. I'm gonna see the love of my life. If you're watching this, Romeo, papacito. Cuando quieras. So, I was like, all right, Gucci, let me get my good night's rest. Pero creo que ese día, si no les miento, I think I didn't really sleep. I think I fell asleep like super late. Ya era como de, like, maybe
De madrugada.
yeah, literally. And I think I had just fallen asleep
When you got the call.
so I guess we got a call, but we did not hear it. Well, I didn't hear it. Then I heard I heard Red's phone ring and he answered, but I was in that like not really like asleep, entre dormía y despierta, right?
Okay.
So like I could hear him.
Lejos, ¿no?
Yeah, I could hear him over there, and I just heard him say, "Oh shit, okay, oh shit, okay, ya voy." And then that's when kind of like when I heard him scrambling, I was like, okay, wait, whoa, hold up, something's going on, because what the fuck is happening over there? So I remember I get up and I open the door to the room and I see that he's standing there, and he, like, even too, like when he gets up, like he needs like 5 seconds to like ubicarse. Yeah, you know, like to understand that this is planet Earth. So like I just saw him like scrambling, getting his iPad and things like that. So I was like, what happened? Honestly, guys, you get up, and this was like at 2 something in the morning. I don't know about you guys, but me, it's like if someone calls me at 2 in the morning, like I'm scared. Like I'm thinking something bad's happening, like, you know. And then, okay, so, oh wait, let me backtrack. I'm already fucking all over the place. When I hear him answer his phone and he says something along the lines like, oh shit, okay, ya voy, as I'm getting up to go to where he's at, my phone rings. And I was like, oh no. And then it's a number that I don't recognize. And I think what tripped me out was that my mom hasn't, during that time, my mom wasn't doing good, like health-wise. So I'm thinking the worst. I'm thinking, oh my God, like what, oh my God, like who's calling me and things like that. So then I remember I answer, and then I'm like, hello? And they're like, hi, is this Denise? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, this is so-and-so from, and they said they like them. Oh, thank you. I honestly kind of didn't like him, but thank you. He was like, my name is this and that. I'm calling from blah blah blah, which is our alarm system. And then when he said that, I was like, oh shit. So luego me levanto, right? And then he was like, I just wanted to notify you guys that the alarm for break-in is going off. Would you like me to da-da-da-da? So in ese momento, dude, I'm so flustered. I had just woken up. I had just fallen asleep like maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. So I'm like, oh shit. So I respond to him in Spanish. For some reason, English left the building, and yo le estaba diciendo, sí quiero, like, and I'm like responding, and he's like trying to communicate with me in English.
¿Quieres la policía?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Like, you want the police? You're like,
sí, llámale ahorita, like, you know. So then in eso, I see that my phone.
Did he reply back to you in Spanish, or
no? He was responding to me in English, like, oh, hello, like, ma'am, and I'm like answering him in Spanish. I don't know. Then I get another call, and it's Red's sister-in-law, and so I'm like, oh shit, because whenever they call us, they'll call them too.
Okay.
So.
Then like an emergency contact.
Yeah, we're like that's why they called him first, then they call me, and then, you know, whatever. So at this point, I hang up on the guy. I answer the sister-in-law's phone call, and I'm walking outside to where Red's at, right? And then he's already on the call. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is something that I recently learned, was that when you're gonna and maybe this doesn't apply for everyone, but whatever, or your situation, but like, for example, like when I already went, Irving had already called the city's police department. So he didn't call 911, he called the police department. So Chino's police department. So like they say that that's how you're supposed to do it. So God forbid something happens here, you don't call 911. You should, on your phone, you should have Hesperia PD, like on your phone.
But why though?
Because correct me if I'm wrong, from my understanding, like regardless, the call goes to them. And it's funny because I'm gonna tell you guys another story that happened where I called 911 just recently, and they transferred my call to Chino Police Department. So what it does,
Ontario Police Department on my phone.
yeah. So what it does, it's kind of like a shortcut. Like ya estás hablando con ellos, so they already dispatch their police officers. Instead of going, es como, como que si estuviéramos jugando teléfono. Si yo te quiero decir algo y le digo a Lupe primero, y Lupe te va a decir en vez que yo te llame directamente. So by the time I tell Lupe the story, by the time Lupe tells you and you take action, I should just call you directly so that you take the action. You get me? Like, it goes straight to the source. They're not all connected in one. It's not like the 911 person is gonna do everything. No, they contact the city's police department in order to dispatch whoever it is that they need to dispatch.
Okay.
So it's not like they're like, oh, who's in the area? Like,
So why do you call 911 then?
I guess it's, I don't know, actually.
So why the 999?
Does anyone know?
Why not? Why the 911 exists?
She said, what's the number to 911?
I don't fucking talk.
Yeah, so I guess that's a way of doing it. I don't know, explain it, because I don't know how to explain it to me. So people
Or maybe because it's easier than 911, everybody knows about 911.
Maybe that's what I'm saying, like maybe, but maybe I would say, like, if you have a business or even like here, God forbid something were to
Just
happen in your
straight
home,
to the-
you call the Ontario Police Department, whatever it is, like straight ahead. I mean, straightforward. So anyway, so he was already on the phone with Chino Police Department, and then I go back into the room and I get my iPad to look at the cameras. Wait, I'm looking at the cameras and my blood is like boiling at this point, right? So Red is already talking to the police. He's describing them. I could hear him talking to them, and they're like, what are they wearing? What are they doing? Where are they at? Can you give me the address? Da, da, da. Like, how many people is it? When I started watching the cameras, I only seen 2 people, which is 2 gentlemen, okay? And skinny ass motherfuckers.
Is it in color or black and white, like the recording?
There's both.
Oh, okay.
I can see them in color. I can hear them. I don't have it with me. I have it in the iPad, but I might insert some footage. But I could see them, and they have a I'm gonna give you guys the version of how I know all the way at the end, because I had to record everything to turn into the police department, like screen record. So if we back up a little bit, these same people that did that to our store, they had stole from Walmart at 10 something on Monday night, on May 6th. At 10 something p.m. they had gone to another location out there somewhere, and they stole stuff from Walmart. Then at midnight, I think they went somewhere else, and then they got to our store at 2 o'clock in the morning, which is May 7th. They were already circulating the whole area, the parking lot, our parking lot, for an hour before they decided to break into our stuff.
So they weren't ever like customers, or...
You know what? I would like to say, from my detective skills that I have learned from a Law and Order, Criminal Minds, and all these degrees.
She already has a degree.
I already have a degree. I would like to say that from my perspective, they've never been customers. And let me tell you why. Because I feel like if you were a customer, you would remember where everything was at. When they finally got in the store, they were lost as fuck. And I don't know if it was the nerves or what, but they didn't know where things were. I feel... Should I tell you guys how I feel before somebody else starts to rob me? Don't fucking rob me anymore. I feel like if you know, like, all right, this is the good shit, I'm gonna come straight here, or I'm gonna come straight there. They didn't necessarily do that. It took them some time to see, and they had to turn on their little lights to see where the fuck everything was at. So they lost time with that, because I feel like, bitch, if I'm gonna come jack your house, Judith, I'm gonna be scoping out, and I'm gonna come straight, and then so I could dip. Like, I'm trying to go in and out.
Come first?
I'm not gonna tell you, because ya vas a ver si fui yo. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get the cat food. When they're circulating, I could see that it's actually 4 people. It's a woman and 3 men. There's 2 guys that are like a little bit more younger. I would say maybe like in their late 20s, early 30s. I want to say that the man was in the late 30s, and the girl was maybe like in her early 30s.
How could you see that girl? Was she inside?
Well, first she was driving, and this is the part that I obviously didn't see before they started trying to break in. I didn't see, but she was driving, and then they parked the car. When they start deciding to break into our stuff, the girl and the older guy, they start walking, and they start walking to the front, which I'm assuming they were gonna serve as lookouts. They walked to the front, y ahí se quedaron, kind of where like there's like bushes and there's like a blackbird diner and things like that. They were just like posted there for a long time. So I'm thinking that they were serving as the lookouts, just in case somebody was to come in, they'd be like, hey bitch, you better run or something, you get me? So while they're over there, like looking out, the 2 little skinny ass motherfuckers, the guys, they start getting like all these tools to try to like break the door. Let me tell you, les duró, les costó
un putero.
les costó
To get in, right?
to get in.
Oh, okay.
To get in, les costó. And I want to say, now I can laugh about it, but during the moment when I was watching this in the cameras, it was not funny, obviously, because te sientes como desesperada.
Oh, yeah.
And all kind, you know.
Your money.
But it's so funny. I feel like them two, one, this motherfucker, I doubt you're watching the video, but I feel like you do this shit for a living. I feel like he does this because he knew exactly what to do. He knew exactly what to get as far as tools. Like, si se atoró esto, le pegas con esta, pucha de acá. Like, so, like you know,
a pro already.
even the stuff that he was saying during, like, their moment, I was like, y el otro era nuevo. El otro apenas got recruited because he was so fucking lost. He was lost. So they're trying to break in, they're getting all these things to try to open the door, they're having a fucking hard time, a lot of minutes pass by, they still don't go in and everything. But by the first time that they try to stick the pole into the door, the alarm went off. So they haven't even gotten inside, they haven't even broken the door.
Does it make a sound? Like
yes,
they can hear it or no?
You could hear it.
Okay.
Immediately when he puts the pole in and he's trying to yank the door, he goes like this. Because he heard the alarm go off.
Okay.
And immediately you could hear the alarm and it says like back door, break, back door, something, and and it's like super loud, and alarms start ringing, like shit starts flashing, like it's like a fucking
like how they didn't get scared, like I believe, like
that's what I'm saying. I really think that they
some
know.
alarms, like, how do you guys say it? Like some business, they don't have alarms. Like it's all fake, you know, or they don't work or things like that. So I would be like, oh, pero si ya está jalando, fuck it, let's go,
Dude,
you know.
for real, no, they still took their sweet ass time. They're breaking in, whatever. I'm gonna fast forward to like it took them a long time, and I'm not even exaggerating. It took them a long time to get in because when they broke through the first door, they still had another door to go through. You know what I mean? Because we have gates, we have all this other kind of security. So it took them some time. When they finally went in, dude, this is the thing. We had some boards that were leaning against the door because we took some stuff apart and whatever. So as they cuenta como unas boards de plywood, like big old boards de plywood. So when they're opening the door, the plywood things fall, and so the door just cracks open because this is the door and it's like this, but the plywood está atorando, so it can't open all the way. Okay, so keep that in mind. So they're skinny asses. They're like half of me. They're fucking skinny as fuck. They go into it and I'm like laughing because they go through there's a back room and they're like looking in the room. There's nothing in that room. I'm offended that they didn't want to take my laptop, the one I edit these videos on. They were like,
I have to send it to like.
They didn't want to take. Thank God they didn't want to take my Keurig. Thank God they didn't want to take my laptop. But that's literally like all we had. We had nothing else in there, right? Then they're like, the guy tells the other guy in Spanish, he goes, "Wey, agarra lo que sea, we gotta move. So they start running, and the guy goes directly to where the desk is at. I'm assuming he's looking for like a cash register, some cash, something like that. He's like looking, bitch, he don't find nothing. He's probably like, what the fuck is going on? So like he's looking, he doesn't find shit. So se comienza como a desesperar because he starts going like that. He's like fucking getting really flustered.
And there's nothing.
Like, what kind of business is this? They ain't got
hotel or what?
They ain't got shit in here. They're like wrong fucking store. So then, dude, you
like, I told you to go to Home Depot.
For real, bitch. So then the guy que apenas they got recruited, he's just standing there like not knowing what to do. Then the guy goes around, we have this little así se mira como una crate, así como la basket que donde está la cobija.
Oh yeah.
There's the one that we have something similar. So he grabs it and he's like, just put anything in here. So let me tell you guys what the newbie was doing. So I'm laughing because I think the day before or something along those days, we had gotten new tools. But in order to display them, we take them out the box so that they could be displayed and everything.
He's putting the empty boxes.
As good tenants that we are, we didn't want to go throw away the boxes para llenar el basurero. Like, we want to be respectful for the rest of the people in the units and not fill up the trash just us. So siempre sacamos cajas de poquito a poquito, las cortamos and everything, whatever. So we had empty boxes on the bottom, and that's what the new guy was grabbing. He was grabbing the empty boxes y las estaba poniendo en la basket, right? And the guy's like, okay, go, right? So the expert, I'm gonna call him the expert.
Pick it up and he's like,
he picks it up and he's like, esto no tiene nada, güey, no tiene nada. Like, you can hear him fucking desesperado. And he goes, oh shit. So they start throwing the boxes.
Okay.
They start grabbing the actual tools and start putting it in the fucking basket. They're like getting, and he's like with the flashlight trying to figure out like what the fuck else. They get all the good stuff, of course, right? Took them a minute, but they go to the back. They carry, the professional guy is carrying the canasta with all the tools that he could possibly fit in there. It's like spilling over.
That was the only
and then the Lupe nomás agarra como un desarmador y un taladrito y anda corriendo así, güey. He's running con su desarmador y su taladro, güey, like full speed. Then we get to the back, but as I said, the door wasn't open, so he's trying to go through, pero no puede con la caja. So then they're like trying to open and trying to open.
I mean,
no, pues
qué bueno, qué bueno, but like, no se les ocurrió como levantar, like what?
Güey, en esos momentos,
they're just trying to be so fast.
If they were a pro, like bitch, you have to think about everything.
They don't need to be pros.
Yeah, y el otro estaba, no, y a mí yo me hubiera desesperado.
So we're like, okay, well I can fit in, like let's like pick it up really quick.
Right.
Open it.
So no,
right?
ahí atorados. Ya por fin el otro nuevo, como que capta y se pone su desarmador acá, güey.
Y como por una saw para cortar.
Acá tenemos herramientas, hay que cortar las tablas.
¿Qué ocupas?
Güey, ya.
Medidas y todo, güey.
He's like, how much do we need to cut to open the door? Imagine, güey. Oh my God. So then finally they like understand like, that the pipe was fucking blocking the door, right?
Oh, so sí la levantaron?
So they start kicking it. They start kicking it porque it's not laying flat.
Oh,
está como medio
así.
como like levantada.
So
like
si le pegaban, lo quebraban.
No, so that's what they wanted
to do.
But my thing is like, why didn't you just like...
Yeah,
right? They're kicking it, almost fucking breaking an ankle, pero ahí andan, right? Finally, they kind of like move it. They kick it to the point where it kind of like it moves, so he's able to fit con toda la canasta, right? So cuando hizo eso, güey, okay, back to real life, right? Because I'm like telling you guys from what I watched in the videos. I'm looking at this and I'm like, they're gone. They're gone. Like, that's
Cuando
it.
Ya salieron.
Yeah, salieron. He put the basket inside the car that they were in.
They were able to break it?
And they were able to fit through. He puts the basket in. El otro viene con su desarmador, su taladro.
Yo no lo dejo.
Y se pone ahí. Y yo dije, that's it. Like, it's gone. And I look at Irving and I'm like, I'm on the phone and then I could hear Red's brother's like, dile que ya salieron, dile que... And then Norma's like, ya salieron, dijo que ya salieron. Y yo, que dijo que ya salieron,
Como el teléfono del compadre.
Yeah, and mind you, we're all looking because I'm sure they have access to the cameras. I'm pretty sure they're looking at the same shit I'm looking. And Irving's looking at the same shit I'm looking. So like all of us are like playing telephone, but we could all hear each other, right? And then Red's like, shut the fuck up, like back the fuck up, right? And I'm like flustered. I'm like, oh my God, like that's it, right? So afterwards, I think they got brave because they went in there a second time. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
ya abrimos a gusto.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like, fuck.
They probably went around and they're like, nobody's
here. Yeah, like,
let's go.
Fuck. So I'm like freaking out and I'm thinking like, ya se fueron, right? And eso, I kid you guys not, the power of prayer. I literally like remember being in the fucking dark because me and Irving didn't even think about turning on the lights. I'm standing there in the dark and I literally close my eyes and I literally pray. And I'm like, Dios, like, por favor, like, please.
Algo.
I start begging him, like, please, I need a miracle. Like, you know, like, this cannot happen. This cannot happen. And I start like praying. And eso, way, te digo, like, Dios es grande and I'm God's favorite. All of a sudden, so the back area, you could go in and out from both sides.
Okay.
So in that time, there's a truck that's coming in from this side towards the back, and you could only see the front of the car. Okay, you cannot see what kind of car it is. You don't know what it is. You just see lights and like the front bumper. Cuando the car's cutting through to the back, the guys are coming out with more stuff. The professional guys first. And he looks and he sees lights. He immediately throws what he has. He starts running. I'm talking about fucking, he's a runner, he's a track star. He starts running. He starts taking off his clothes. He had like a flannel. He starts taking off his flannel. He starts taking off his hat. He starts taking off beanies, everything. He has a white tee all of a sudden. He starts changing, bro. Like, está corriendo y se está desnudando a la misma vez. En eso, he's maybe like 2 suites away, like 2 other businesses away. Cuando sale el nuevo, y el nuevo's like, why are you running? Like that. And the guy's like, woo! He goes, just like the sound like of sirens. He thinks it's the cops. So el nuevo va y tira lo que tiene, and he starts running too. But he keeps looking back.
To the truck.
To the truck that's coming. And then So then I told Irving, I'm like, oh my God, did he just save the day? And I start like freaking out, and I'm like, oh my God, do you see this?
Like, you guys weren't able to see the truck or no?
I just saw the lights.
Okay.
By the time the professional left, I just saw a car coming. I didn't know who the car was.
Yeah.
By the time he cut the corner is when the new guy, the newbie, gets out. So he sees that it's not the cops. But the other guy said the police. So then he gets scared and he starts running. I thought it was a tow truck. When I first saw it, I was like, it looks like a tow truck. And I was like, oh my God, I said, he fucking saved the day. And I'm like, oh. But then he starts really cutting the corner, and I could see that's a car with a work truck con un tank in the back. And then the guy's just waiting in his car. But by this time, the guys in the back, I can't see them in the back camera.
In the car?
El guy que estaba manejando la work car.
Oh, okay.
He's just waiting in there. I think he's waiting for them to move the car, like not knowing that we're getting jacked, right? So then I want to say like a couple like seconds, which felt like minutes, pass, and he gets out his car. As soon as he gets out his car, he goes like this, and he hears the alarm, and he realizes like, oh shit,
they are like stealing.
Fuck yeah, they're stealing. So let me tell you guys the miracle. The miracle fucking God. Those people only come once a month. And it just so happened to be that day. And the reason why he was back there is because the water pump that they use for their tank is back there. Si no, like... no hubiera sabido ni nada. So he literally gets back in his car. But by this time...
se salió? ¿Se bajó or what?
Se bajó, and then he saw the alarm. He heard the alarm. He saw kind of what was going on, and then he was like, whoa. You could see that he's confused. He gets back in his car, and he tries to back up, but his car's too big to back up. Ya no cabe, ya no le sabe dar.
Tenía que ir hasta el otro lado.
Yeah, but he's like stuck there, you know? Yeah. So by this time, I'm looking at the front cameras. The 2 individuals, the older guy and the woman, I don't know where they're at. I don't know where they're at. They're gone. I don't see them. But then you see one guy running. The professional guy starts running straight to where 7-Eleven is at. And by this time, he's a new dude. He's not wearing the same shit that he was wearing. He starts running. Y el otro, he cuts across el que estaban entrenando. He cuts through the middle of the parking lot and tries to go behind Black Bear Diner, but keeps running. But by the time they both hit like kind of like the corners, the police was
like the opposite sides.
They were on opposite sides. So by that time that happened, you see the police come. And he sees the guy running by 7-Eleven, so he stops him, and then the other patrulla...
¿Pero lo vio corriendo or what?
Los vio corriendo, and then the other patrulla le designó al otro that el otro was running on the other side of the parking lot, so the other one like goes until he sees them, and we're right by the freeway, so the guy was already crossing where the freeway entrance is at, so ya está como under the bridge, pero ahí lo agarran, you could see in the camera que lo agarran ahí. So by that
time, allá se alcanza a ver?
Yeah. I could see people like going into the freeway. I could see the freeway and all that shit. So by the time all this is happening, like it's 2 fucking something in the morning. I'm like, fuck, we gotta go. So I'm like putting my chanclas on and putting a sweater on. I have to wake up my son. And we're like rolling. I get to the fucking shop like in fucking 8 minutes. Like I'm like fucking hauling ass. We get there and the cops are there, and they're like, yeah, we got both guys. So Irving goes, there was 4 people. And the cop looks and he's like, we only got 2. Then the guy goes, Mr. Officer, whatever, he's like, what happened to the other 2 guys that you guys had, the man and the woman? And the guy goes, well, we let them go. And he's like, did you ID them? And he was like, no.
¿Pero quién los agarró? Otro cop or what?
Porque los miró around the area apparently. Pero ellos hicieron como que,
like we're just walking, yeah.
Like, I don't know what the fuck this is about. So they let them go. They didn't ID them, didn't nothing. So they thought they went free. So the guy...
Can they ID you?
I'm assuming
the
cops comment on the, can you ID me for no reason?
I think
you have to
have a cost for it or what?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, si están buscando como alguien you, yeah, right, that makes sense, pero nomás, I don't know.
Let us know.
Anyways.
If you're a cop, let us know.
So they left.
So then the guy goes, you didn't ID them? He's like, no. So then he was like, I'll be right back. I was like, este cabrón. I was like, oh, man, well, he left. I want to say like less than 5 minutes later, he's back. He's like, I got them. He said they were hiding by the motel that's right there by In-N-Out. And then he's like, and you know what else I found? They were hiding by a bush at that motel. And then when they were searching them and everything, they found drugs in their backpack. Drugs and money. So they got them, they got arrested. Then the guys, when they were searching, porque when the guys ran, they left their stuff. They left our stuff, thank God, they left everything. When they searched it, they found other things from other places that they had stolen. So they got them for that. They left like all kinds of stuff in their truck, things that I had.
Eso es mío.
I know. I was like, esa para mí, el toilet paper es mío.
Ocupamos una tele. Esa es mía.
Es lo que compramos.
La tenía ahí en el cuartito.
Yeah, dude, like, so thankfully, by miracle, God, that person, the water tank people, like, literally saved the day. Like, literalmente, they freaking saved the day. Because if he wouldn't have come and scared them off, they would have stole everything.
Y cuando ustedes llegaron, like, the guy was there? Like, el worker?
No, ya se habían ido. And I told him.
Who moved the truck, though? ¿O cómo lo hizo?
Le ayudaron to reverse. Le estaban dando porque él solito como que no podía ver así the tight spot, pero le ayudaron a salir. And then I even told Irvin, I was like, fuck, I wish I would have been able to say thank you to him. So that same day, mind you, I only slept for like an hour and a half, 2 hours before I got woken up. So I had already been up and then I had to concert with them. So I'm like fucking been awake for 24 hours at this point, right? I'm like freaking whatever. Turns out, because we had to fix a lot of the damages that they did when they broke in, turns out that the people obviously couldn't finish their job that day to wash the parking lot, so they came the next day and they went to go talk to Irving. They're like, hey, we were the people that were here yesterday, and Irving was able to thank them and everything for basically without even knowing, they literally saved our shop. Yeah.
For real,
so Irving was able to like thank them and blah 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 blah. So yeah, I mean, dude, I was like so like, I don't know, like now I could talk about it and I'm cool with it, but honestly, like, it really like upsets me that situations like this happen, because regardless of what you do for a living, regardless of anything, it's like they're invading your space, they're invading things that you like. Just imagine someone going into your bedroom and taking all your shit. Like, that's your stuff, that's things that you have bought, that's your personal belongings, and for someone to just come in and just
not only that, like, to a small business, you know,
bitch,
like fuck Walmart, like, you know, like, yeah, they have the resources.
But Walmart, if you want to sponsor us, no.
But a big corporation versus like a little corporation, like that's like the shittiest of shittiest. You know?
Yeah, it's like, let me put shit into perspective that maybe people don't think about. Like in order for us to reinvest into our shop, like, it takes time. Like if you would have stole those $15,000 from us or $10,000 for us, it's not like we had $15K to do un solo putazo darle. No, we saved $1,000, we saved $500, we saved this, de agarrar de poquito a poquito, and for you to just come in a matter of 1 minute, just take all of our shit. Like, you're taking shit not only from my mouth, not only from Irving's mouth, not only from the people that help us out, but you're taking from my son, you're taking from my opportunity to grow, you're taking from all these things. So it's very upsetting that you just come in and just like obviously they're not thinking about nobody but themselves.
No,
right?
yeah, exactly.
But
They don't
like
care.
it sucks that like as a small business we struggle so much to try to make it for you to just come in and do that shit. Oh my god, I was ready to fight, bitch. I was ready to come out of retirement. But yeah, it was like not that long, and like I said, most of their time was spent outside trying to come in.
That's good. You had a good door.
Yeah.
For reals and good cameras.
Good cameras, good alarm system, and you know, good protection. And that's another thing. Like we invested in those things because, you know, situations
You never
like
know,
this come up, and you know, I've had friends, other vendors, and other people that I know that maybe they don't have the funds to like buy a good gate or invest in a good thing. Like we got that shit custom made. It's not like we went to go buy it. Like we hired someone that makes these kind of gates, and he came to install it and measure everything to a T and drill holes on the ground and do all these kind of shit. And it was an investment, and it was expensive, and not everyone has the luxury to have that. You get me? So like, imagine if God forbid we didn't have that, bitch, all our shit would have been gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even then, they damaged our stuff, so we still had to come out of pocket. So even if I had like a little $20 bill for my Aventura drink, it went to the fucking gate.
Se acabó.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like
acabó.
it's just so sad, but I'm really glad that everything turned out the way that it did. It was very scary, but you know what? It is.
I think that's like the best possible outcome of a robbery.
Hell yeah. Shout out again to the people that freaking scared them off without even wanting to. Like, sin querer queriendo, el don que
that's true
asustó
though.
and everything. And it couldn't have been more perfect timing. Because even think about it, like I said, they go only once a month.
Yeah.
And they went that day. And it's not always the same day. So it's not like they go every 7th of the month. They just go once a month.
That's crazy.
That's freaking insane. So I'm very thankful that it turned out the way it did. But people don't do that to any business.
So yeah, that's ugly. That's
like we're out here trying to make it, and you don't understand too. And I think that you guys get like it took us a lot of hard work to get where we're at now. For someone to just come in there and do that.
So easy.
Like bitch, I've been out there like a rotisserie chicken, like in fucking doing what I had to do, and my son struggling along with us and working hard and staying up late and fucking doing everything for someone to just come in and
make it so easy.
I have to get you guys.
I was calling Denise early.
Oh my
Earlier,
god.
and
Bitch, call me again. She called me and this shit is like my favorite picture. I forgot that I put this as her picture. So cuando me llamó, I fucking started laughing. I laughed by the time I was able to fucking answer. If you haven't seen the video about Lucy getting locked up, go watch it.
You can understand these ones.
We'll link it in the bio. Pinche Lucy.
I know.
But yeah, good outcome.
¿Ya no se ha ido, güey, Lucy?
No,
Ya aprendió la lección, güey, ya.
The first few weeks, she was like in puta and chinga. She'd go out, go pee, come back. Lately,
Ya le está dando, ya le se olvidó.
I'm about to throw her ass out because she won't come back in. I'm like, Lucy, get inside. Lucy,
Le
métete.
gustó la libertad, güey.
Oh my god, I was like, fucking Lucy, you're gonna go back to
She's
the
like, que me cortan las uñas otra vez. She wants a
pedicure,
un pedicure. Y tú ahí. Pero sí, chicas, eso fue lo que pasó.
No pasó nada.
Eso fue lo que pasó.
¿Y el desarmador lo dejó? ¿O se lo llevó? El desarmador y el...
Creo que se lo llevó, nunca encontré el pinche desarmador. Lo voy a demandar por llevarse mi pinche desarmador.
Entonces no era tan newbie, güey, porque se lo llevó, Fue el único que se robó algo.
Espero que hayas aprendido tu lección, güey, y que sea tu primera y última vez que haces eso.
No hagas
pues
eso.
No sirves, güey. No sirves para esas
for
cosas.
you. Just quit.
Yeah, go to school or something. Because
I think you will do better.
No, deja decirte really quick, the other shit that happened the other day, I was at work, y literalmente, Red had just dropped off Thiago and left because he was going to do other stuff. So I was by myself at the store with Thiago. And so he took my car and he left his car, okay? Then out of nowhere, well, I see this car that parked, and I was looking at them through the cameras, and I'm like, that's weird. Like, okay, whatever. I kept my eye out, whatever. Then seconds later, I see Red's car move. And I was like, am I fucking tripping? What the fuck?
Is it an earthquake?
Yeah, so I stand up because I'm like, No, his car moved like, and it kind of sounded like someone like chocarlo. But there was no one in the parking lot except for Red's car and that lady's car. So I was like, did this bitch fucking back up into him or what the fuck?
I was like, and there's only 2 cars.
Yeah. So I'm like totally tripping out. So I get up. When I get up, I see the lady pushing his car in the front. Okay, she's in front of Red's car. She's like pushing it. And fucking Red's car, todo lelo, güey. He's like going back and forth. Yeah, it's going back and forth. And then when I'm going around the desk to go to the front, because I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with this bitch, right? Yeah. So then I'm like going around. When I'm going around the desk, she's going around the car. And on the driver's side, she kicks the car. And then she hurts herself. And she's like, right? I don't know what the fuck. So then I go, excuse me. And I look at her fucking crazy. And then she's like, fuck you. And she said the N-word, which I will not say. I was like, excuse me. She's like, fuck you. Fuck you. And she started fucking sign language me, fucking ASL and shit. And I was like, bitch. I was like, you know what? Let me not get my ass beat in front of my son, so I get the door.
Wait, you think she could be your ass or what?
Bitch, she wasn't demoniada. Of course she could. Yeah. No, se le miraban la mirada que estaban algo, güey. Y tú sabes, like, they're built different when they're fucking, you know, so I got scarred. So I go and I close the door and I lock it. And she's like, fuck it. And she's still holding her leg, right? She's still injured. She's like fucking dog shit. Yeah, and then she starts walking away and I'm like, so then she's being really weird and she's like running up to the window, like to where I'm at. And I'm like, oh, this bitch is gonna try to break the window or something, because she kept like slamming and doing all kinds of crazy shit. So I called the police. Police never showed up. So I was like, really, Chino PD?
Wait, did you call the police department?
I called 911.
There you go.
And they never showed up.
There you go.
There you go.
You should have called the Chino.
Yeah, I fucked up. But yeah, that happened and I was like, alright.
How long did it take for her to leave?
No, after she saw me calling someone, she was like, fuck you, N-word, fuck you, N-word. And then I just remember going like this and I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up, right?
I'm talking.
So then she gets to her car, she peels off. Yeah, see, and she almost fucking like crashes the car because she's going so fast that when she hits the corner, her car también did like a 2-wheelie and shit. Like, she was going crazy and I was like, oh my god, this bitch is crazy. Like, something was really wrong with her. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with her. But bitch, had it been my car out there, I would have came out of
maybe a lo mejor como desde que venía lo vio algo like,
I don't know. Dude.
Maybe she saw like Red le cortó el camino.
You know what? That's what I was thinking. But I don't know. But then at the same time, like, she didn't look okay. Like, I'm pretty sure something was not right, and then she was, I don't know.
Oh, that's weird.
But it was really bad, guys. But that happened.
Oh my god.
But yeah, anyways, that's the story of my crazy.
Is Chino kind of ghetto or what?
You know what? It was supposedly such a good area, and I'm questioning it now. So I don't know. We gotta get it together, Chino.
It's becoming Pomona.
And they just killed someone in Pomona. Oh my god, that's it.
No, guys. Mejor aquí me quedo en Esperia.
Ay, cálmate.
Aquí no pasa nada.
Y la otra vez we're recording helicopter out there. But anyways, guys, that's what happened. But yeah, guys, stay safe out there and don't be doing bad stuff. Let's just all work hard.
Ya que trabajen.
Yeah. See you guys in our next video. Let me know what you guys think of my story. Bye.